This video is going to show you how to use the pattern maker to build a traditional quilt. The pattern maker might seem a little overwhelming at first, but you may find that if you know what to look for, it's really pretty simple. So let's go through the tools one by one. First, let's put in a background. Click on the background tool to open it up. You can select a color by clicking on the color box here with the rainbow border. The color picker pops up from which you can select a color. Just click anywhere on the color picker swatch and that color will be selected. You can also add a background image. Let's select one from my computer. How about a photo of a couple of corgi dogs? Now there are many options for how to put the image as the background, but you may find that mostly you just like the image to stretch to the quilt width, and it usually looks pretty good that way. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to leave the image size, I'm going to leave the transparency, and we're done with the background. I can close it by clicking on the title again. Now let's set up the basic default patch. Click on the patch tool to open it up. Now you can change the patch size by grabbing this blue dot and sliding it one way or the other. Let's make these a little bit bigger. What I mean when I say grab it and slide it, I mean click down with your mouse, move your mouse, and then let go. Let's change the patch color. I'm going to click on this box with the rainbow border. The color picker pops up and I'm going to select a color by clicking there. Okay, and you'll notice in the preview here that the color has changed of the patches to the new patch color that I've selected. We can also add a default patch image. I'm going to click on the Browse button to upload one from my computer. For this, I'm going to choose the boxer dog. Open that up, and here you see the boxer appears in the patches. You can change the size of the boxer, of the image, inside the patch by clicking on the blue dot on the image size here, dragging your mouse, and letting go. Notice that you can't make the image larger than the patch size up here. Now you can also set up borders for patches. The traditional are quilt stitches, traditionally this color. I'm just going to leave those as they are. I'm going to set up the border width to 6 pixels. You see that these little stitches pop up in the preview here. Okay, I've set up the default patches. I'm going to close that tool. Now let's look at posts. What I like to do with posts is I like to select something from the clip art gallery. You can find this in the libraries. Click on the libraries button. Your libraries open up here. You'll see that your clip art library is here. If you click on that, a menu will pop up and you can click open, or you can click this plus sign to the left of it. These are the folders of your clip art gallery. Let's find an animal. How about a dog paw? That seems like that would fit in with the current theme of my quilt. So I'm going to click on that. A menu pops up and I click on Select Image. Now you'll notice here and here and here the posts have shown up in the preview. These are what we call posts. They show up between and among the patches. These two we can make bigger or smaller. I kind of liked it at 50 pixels at the smaller size. Now if you'd like to, you can add another and that will make it so that the posts, it shows one post, then the other post, then the one post, then the other post, then the one post, then the other post, etc. And if you have 3, then it'll be one post, then the second post, then the third post, etc. I'm done with posts. I like how this is. Let's look at spacing. Click on spacing to open the tool. This might seem a little overwhelming right here, but if you just play around with these are the same as before, where if you click down on the blue button and you move your mouse, then you let go, then it changes the spacing of your quilt. Each one of these does something different to your quilt. So just play around and see what you like. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm going to leave it how it is. I'm done with spacing. I'll close this. Let's open the quilt size. And you can change, the only thing in quilt size is the number of rows that you have. Right now you can see that there's 1, 2, 3 rows. We can make this more, and it'll stretch downward, or we can make it less. If you already have patches on your quilt, you can't make it less rows than the number of patches that you already have. That is, if you have 4 patches, you can't make it less than 2 rows, because those 4 patches will only fit in at least 2 rows. I liked it at 3 rows, so let's leave it there. Okay, you've set everything up. Now all you have to do is save, and you've created your traditional quilt. This video has shown you how to use the pattern maker to build a traditional quilt. Try it out for yourself and have fun.